Welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. I hope you're having an amazing week and you're looking forward to kicking it on the weekend, both in your business and your professional and your personal life. You know, you got to be able to have some fun time as well. We're in the holiday season. Man, I got so many things to talk to you about today. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. The quote of the day by Jim Rohn in the Daily Mastermind mobile app. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Isn't that the truth? Sheesh. All right, so I have so many things I want to talk to you about today, but today what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on one thought I had, and that is stop being someone that you're not. Stop being someone that you're not. I mean, this is a topic I love to hit, especially when I have some of my high-end mastermind groups. Stop copying other people. Just be you. Do you. That should be the new logo for Nike. Do you? You know, people are they're trying so hard to be someone else. You know, they're trying all the time to be someone else. Why is this? Because, look, obviously we admire other people, but the bottom line is you want to have what they have. You want to be what they are. You want to do what they do, and you're not. And you know, people are not happy with themselves. Let's talk about that a little bit later, but. People are not happy with themselves, so they're always trying to be someone else. You need to stop doing this. You're not them. It's not your personality. It's not the way you talk. It's not the way you act. It's not the way you look or the way you dress. You want to be like other people, and I think it's hurting you. And you've got to stop doing it. You've got to stop trying to be like other people because it's not taking you in the right direction. Ultimately, you're not going to be happy when you're trying to be somebody else, when you're not being authentic, you're not being transparent, you're not being real. Ultimately, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be fulfilled. You're going to be less successful than you should be. And look, I get it. You know, it's ingrained in us through social media, through TV, through Hollywood, through movies. You know, be like this actor, be like this athlete. You know, buy a jersey with someone else's name on it. I mean, we joke about that in a lot of our groups because, you know, wouldn't you rather be you? Well, the problem is most people wouldn't rather be them. Right? And most people would like to escape. Look, I get it. I know it's nice, it's easy, it's fun to just get distracted and escape reality, you know, escape into the metaverse for a little while. But look, you've got to come to a point in your life where you stop trying to be other people. You know, there's so many people that are unhappy, that are depressed, that are anxious, that are unproductive. And it's for this very reason. They're trying to be someone else. Or they're putting on, the other thing that I get so frustrated with this because the other thing they're doing is you put up a front, you put up a mask, you put on some kind of a show. You know, aren't you getting tired of putting on an act, putting on a show? You know, why do we do this? I was thinking about that the other day. You know, why do we try to impress other people and put on a show? Here's why I think we do it. Because we don't like what we see in the mirror. We're unhappy with where we are in life. And I guess most importantly, it's because there's a gap. There's this gap between who we are right now, or where we think we are right now, and where we think we should be. I got some quotations around think on that, if you're listening to this podcast. It's a gap between where we think we are and where we think we should be. But here's the secret. And I want you to really think about this for a minute. The secret is to realize that is 100% your perspective that you choose to take. Because your perspective on where you actually are and your perspective on where you think you should be is completely subjective. It's based on people around you. It's based on what you think and based on where you know, why is there a gap? Why is there a gap in where you are, where you think you should be, and your identity? It's because, number one, we either don't like or value or identify where we are. We don't like where we are. Or number two, we feel like we should be further ahead. You know, we should be further along. Even if we're, you know, okay with where we're at, we feel like we should be further along. Or third, maybe you've built up unrealistic expectations in the first place of where you think you should be. And I get that. You know, look, we've our whole lives have been told you've got to do, be, and have all these kinds of things. But let's kind of break these three things down for a second. You know, the first one is, you know, you don't like or value where you're at. you're not happy or satisfied with where you are in life. But what you got to realize is that you're always growing. You have made it through a lot of things. You literally are not the same person you were 6 months ago, a year ago. I mean, I'm not just talking on a personal level. I'm talking physically. You're not the same person. You are evolved. You are better. You are, even if you don't think you're better, you're growing, you're learning, you're adapting. You have overcome a lot in your life. I don't care who you are. You've overcome things in your life. You've absolutely overcome challenges and trials and struggles. You had to learn to walk. You had to learn to make friends. You had to learn a skill. You've done things. You are valuable. You do have talents. You have purpose. Even if you haven't completely mastered your talents or you haven't completely identified your purpose, that doesn't mean you don't have purpose. That doesn't mean you don't have talents and skills. And it doesn't mean you haven't affected people in your life. Here's the secret to this thing. If you don't value what you have now, you're not going to get any more. You're not going to become more if you don't accept that you are growing. So the secret is you've got to value and be grateful for what you have and where you are now. That's a really, really big key. But then I also mentioned, we're not happy and there's this gap because, let me put it this way. It's okay to want to become more so long as you don't have it be a negative, meaning you can hope for more. And that always leaves you a little bit like you're not where you want to be. And you can strive for more, and you can grow to be more, and you can have faith and confidence and a plan to get you further along down the road. But here's the secret. Don't let the vision you have of the future rob you from the joy, gratitude, and appreciation of where you've come from and where you're going and what you've accomplished. That's the key. You've got to, that first thing is accept and be grateful for where you are. But second, you can't let this future vision and hopes and dreams rob you of the joy you have. And then the most important thing, that third thing I mentioned, is that you've got to stop building up unrealistic expectations. And moving the bar. Most of us move the bar. We're like, if I could only get to be like this, it'd be great. And then we get there and we're like, but that's not enough. What else have we got to do, right? Your perspective of the future or where you should be in the future, it's going to determine your thoughts, and your thoughts control your life. So you've got to direct your thoughts to things that empower you, not disempower you. Focus on the positive to get more results. If you're focused on the positive of where you're going, you're going to grow and you're going to succeed and you're going to gain. If you're focused on the negative, what you're not getting, what you haven't done, that you're not to yet, you're going to be depressed. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be angry. You're going to be dissatisfied. It's back to this secret. The glass is either half full or half empty. You have to decide what it is, because the reality is it's just a glass with water in it. It's either half full or it's half empty to you, but you choose how you're going to view that, period. So I get it. Look, it's easier said than done. I'm bringing this up for awareness for you. I'm bringing it up so that you'll stop trying to be someone else and be yourself. Want to be yourself. Identify that you've grown. Identify that you have a great vision. Identify that you want to do more. And I love Ed Milet's phrase where he says, blissful dissatisfaction. Because I know sometimes we're like, well, how can I be happy with where I'm at if I still want to go somewhere else? Well, it's called blissful dissatisfaction. It's happily engaged in life, but knowing you want more. Happily engaged in life, but knowing that you want more, and understanding that the path is the happiness. Happiness is the path, right? So how do you do this? Well, there's three things I want to leave you with today. I'm going to let you go. The first is you got to have the right people in your life. You got to surround yourself with the right people. I'm talking about masterminding and mentoring and podcasts and things, because you are the average of the people you surround yourself with. You've heard that before. So who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they people that like being themselves and that are achievers? Or are they people that are constantly striving to be someone else, following some guru or some person on social media that they want to be like and imitate? Have the right people in your life. Also have the right mindset. You've got to cultivate the right mindset. This is that 12 prosperity pillars. I've got the poster right on my wall. Create your life, take responsibility, think win-win, attract success, abundant mindset, visualize and manifest your life, create the right mindset. And then lastly, create the right habits. You got to have the right daily rituals and discipline and habits in your life. Focus on your mind. Focus on your body and health. Focus on your spirit. Focus on your business. Focus on your relationships and your finances. When you have a plan and you have good habits and daily rituals, you'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel better about what you're accomplishing. And I promise you that this next year, if you'll focus on being you, doing you, not someone else, you're going to feel more authentic, you're going to feel more real, and you're going to feel more happy. And I hope that's something you'll carry into the weekend, and you'll start to focus on really being the hero of your own story. Joe Rogan has a great podcast on that, by the way. Be the hero of your own story. Look, nobody wants to follow a hero that's just always doing amazing things. They want to find somebody that's had their entire life become a dumpster fire and overcome it and come past it and rose past it and created the life that they wanted to live. Look, I say it over and over and over. It's never too late to start living the life that you were meant to live. But you got to make the decision to love, empower, and be grateful for yourself and be constantly improving yourself. And I think that'll help you. So do you. Do you. That's my recommendation for today, and that's my recommendation for your weekend. It's your weekend, your daily dose of vitamin G. So I hope you have an amazing weekend. I look forward to talking with you next week. I've got some really cool guests coming on next week. So this has been the Daily Mastermind. Share the show. Tell people about it. We'll talk with you soon. Thanks.